makeup products and that I thought I would cover or talk about today. First of all, we're going to start with the base. I do have 3 foundations. I have the Makeup Forever Reboot, which is what I'm going to put on right now. I do really like this one. Then also, I have the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer and the Neutrogena Sensitive Skin Serum Foundation. Now, I have worn both of these also. They are very light coverage, so sometimes my face looks good and even and they look good on top, and then other times I need a little bit more coverage. I'm getting a little splotchy again because I did go out, play pickleball with my husband, and I forgot to put sunscreen on my face. So then all of a sudden these dark spots start to pop out. So I am going to use the Reboot because this is still a lightweight foundation, but it does give a little bit more coverage. So it's more light to medium. So here it is. You can see it's a lightweight foundation. And, well, I don't have my regular foundation brushed clean. I'm going to use the BK Beauty 106. So this has been a while since I initially tested this. Gosh, maybe even a month. So this is definitely a lighter weight foundation. It feels really good though. It doesn't feel like foundation at all. It has a light fragrance. My shade is Y365, but this has a nice light dewy finish. Okay, I'm just going to blot off the excess. Yeah, it is pretty light coverage. But I can go into one of the next things I purchased. So I did try out the Il Makiage concealer. When I shade matched them, they matched me in 105, and I talked about that in my foundation video. And then they gave me an 08 in the concealer, and I found it really, really lightweight, like almost no coverage lightweight. It has a thin applicator, and I'll just show you a little bit because I don't really need a whole lot of coverage. I'm just going to put a little bit here. And I almost feel like there's no coverage. I'm going to put it over a spot. Let's say I have this little row of a couple of dots right up here. Shade match, it's pretty close to this Reboot foundation. So shade match, it's almost an exact match. I guess it's a little bit lighter. But I can stipple it over and still see those 3 dots right through it. I mean, I guess it, yeah, I just don't really see any coverage with this. And I've tried to build it up. I've actually done 3 layers before, and it still didn't provide any coverage. It's very strange to me. So the other one I purchased is the Jouer Cosmetics concealer, and I'll put the exact name. These are very high coverage, and I had been so interested in trying these because so many people have said that this was their holy grail concealer. It's the high coverage liquid concealer. Or if I'd watched videos Get Ready With Me, they seem to always be reaching for this one. So I got 2 colors. I got Rich Ginger, which is almost an exact match. It's probably a little dark on me right now. I'll put it right here. And then Honey, which is a little bit of a more of a brightening concealer, a brightening color on me. See the 2 different shades there. So these definitely have some coverage. I'm just going to take it off here and just kind of cover a little bit of my dark spots. Take a little bit of both of them. And I do get that full coverage look. Usually I put a darker concealer on before I put my foundation on, but since this is on top of my foundation, I kind of feel like I need to use the lighter one. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of the lighter one right here. See if we can see a difference in brightening. Put a little bit over my eyelids. I started using my eyelash serum again, the Rodan & Fields, because I decided I really didn't like putting on fake lashes all the time, the Lashify, even when I just, or even just using them on special occasion because it just took so much time to get them on, and I just liked having to not think about my lashes. But it does darken my eyelids just a little bit, and now that I started using it again, I noticed the darkening again. Okay, so I just think that the Jouer has a lot more coverage. Now, the next product I'm going to talk about, I really didn't think I was going to like the product, and I still am not sure what I think about them, but I love the brand, so I wanted to try them. It's the Makeup of Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector and Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I got both shades in medium. So this is a balm, which I've done other balms, and they really are not enough coverage on my skin. But the interesting thing about this one is, he says on a lot of his ads, to apply it on top of your foundation or over your foundation. So that's what I'm going to try and do today. I just don't know. He uses a soft brush. I think I was using one the other day. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to try to warm up my face, since this is a little bit lighter color, using this balm. So part of the things that you can use it for is you can use it in lieu of maybe a light bronzer. Even though it really wasn't meant to take place of a bronzer, you can use it just though to lightly warm up the skin. You can use it to kind of give a more dewy impression to a more matte foundation. I'm not really sure how necessary it is. I do think it warms up the face nicely, and unlike bronzers, when I try and use bronzers to warm up the face, I end up looking muddy. For whatever reason, I can use a bronzer as a contour and I feel like it works really well, but as soon as I try and warm up my face, yeah, it just looks muddy. And I don't know if it's because I already have splotchy skin, but this one is sheer enough that I feel like it warms up the face, makes the foundation a better match. I can even put it a little bit more here to make it a little more sun-kissed, because my face is pale compared to the rest of my body. And I do feel like it does a good job for that. So I would recommend it, especially if you have a lot of your winter shade foundations and you don't necessarily want to swap your foundations, that maybe getting one of these skin enhancing balms, because I don't think it adds a whole lot of like cakiness or extra foundation layers on top of your makeup, but it does add a nice sheer warmth without looking too muddy. Speaking of muddy, I love the shade, this new Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I love this. I think it's beautiful. It's a cream to powder finish. I think it's just gorgeous. I got the darker one, so I think I got tan because that's what I use in the powder. It blends out nice. I don't know if it has the longevity of other cream bronzers. In fact, I don't know. I say I don't know. I do know. It does not have the longevity that some other cream bronzers have, like the Makeup on Mario bronzer, which will last all day. This one does wear off. I still have not found that real magical formula to keep it on all day. The other trouble I have, when I use it just a little bit, I love the color. I love the formulation. But sometimes after I put it on, this is one that I feel like my face just looks muddy. So even when I just try and apply it right up, as a contour. So I love it. And it's one of those products I apply it on my hand and I'm like, this is so gorgeous. And maybe because I love this shade, but maybe it's not quite the right shade. Maybe that's why it ends up looking muddy instead of, just enhanced bronze. Yeah, I keep trying to use it because I love the formulation and I love how easy it kind of blends out. But then I look at my face later and I'm like, it just looks dirty. Speaking of bronzers, I also have the Rare Beauty bronzer. This is not the shade that I need. This is Happy Soul, which is the shade that I needed in the winter. But it's not the shade I need right now, but I will put it right here. Let's compare it to this Charlotte Tilbury bronzer on my arm. Oh, so you can see a big difference. So I was thinking I needed a darker one on my for the Charlotte Tilbury. Maybe because when it blends out, it's not blending out totally smooth. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out why it looks so muddy. Now this one is baby soft and smooth, but it almost blends out to nothing on my skin. But that's what I'm going to try today. We'll just put a little bit here. Yeah, it doesn't show up. Blend it out. Yeah, I think that's it. This is probably a softer blend. Oh, I remember I did a little short on this. I did talk about that one already, but yeah, I'm thinking now that I'm just looking at it on my arm real close. I don't know if you can see it. I can see where I originally applied it and it didn't blend out smoothly. So that could be one of the reasons why I find it looks muddy versus the Rare Beauty, which is really easy to blend and you can't tell where you initially put it down, you know, from the edges. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, the next products, I talked about these on my Instagram account. These were sent to me in PR. I love these. It's the Persona Dream Stick blushes. I mean, the colors look like, ooh, you know, but they're so pretty on. And again, I think I have a reel on my Instagram account, so I'm not going to wear them out again. Oops. I'm not going to put them on today, but here are the shades. And these are really good stains too. Yeah, these are really nice long-lasting stains, and see how they will blend out to just a nice flush or a nice neutral kind of brown. I really like this pink color on me for during the day. I think it's really, really nice. Love it. Super, super long lasting. But I am going to play with my Mob palette. I got this on Beautylist when I was ordering a bunch of the Wayne Goss. I guess it's something new that they were carrying. But this is a sustainable brand, sustainable packaging. I bought the kit. So the kit came with a blush, a highlighter, 4 eyeshadows, a refillable mascara, and a refillable lipstick. And this is the rich. No, this is the light one. I can't remember what it's called. It had something in rich, and I got the light shade. But basically, they all come in cardboard packaging, and you just pop it in, so you can change things up. If you don't need a highlighter, you could, you know, carry 2 different blush shades. It is a cream blush. I like in this lighter kit, and I'll put it, you know, down here. I love all these shades, and I like the highlighter also for an eyeshadow shimmer. The blush is very pretty for me. It's a really good shade on me. It also does not have the longevity as some of my other cream blushes, but if I just need it for a few errands or things like that, it really is pretty. I find I reach for it a lot, maybe because it's just sitting right behind me on the shelf and not in a drawer. So I do wear this quite a bit because I like this color flush on me. But yeah, like I said, it's not as long wearing. The lipstick that it comes with is a real pretty nude. And then, like I said, it has a mascara. So on these, both the tubes, they are refillable. Yeah, so you can keep the outer container and then just repurchase the insides. And I think like 70% of them are recyclable, and then a few other things, the plastics, you know, are not. But very environmentally aware company, and it is nice, clean makeup. Okay, so I'm just going to put the blush on right now because I did purchase other things. This eye pencil, I ordered this when I got my Charlotte Tilbury Easy Makeup Kit, which I really, really love. And this is a dual end pencil, so it has kind of the nude end, and then it has a beautiful neutral brown. It is kind of one of her signature shades. It's really super soft and blendable, but then it does dry down really good. So I love this color eyeliner. I'm going to put it on first. So this pencil is called Enhance Liner Duo, the Super Nudes Liner Duo. And I like to come just a little bit higher in the corner with this. So if you have your little red rims, you could come in and put this on your rims. It's not overly white. And I'm just going to go back into my Mob Beauty and take a little bit of this dark brown eyeliner and kind of soften up my line. Let's see, what else do I have? Well, I got this. That's why I'm not putting on one of these eyeshadows. This is a Socialite. This is the shade Socialite. It's Maybelline Color Tattoo Creamy Eyeshadow. Kind of looked like a rose gold, which you know I love. So it is pretty sheer, pretty fair. Yeah, it's pretty sheer and pretty fair. It's right up here. I'm not sure that's going to be enough color for me. It almost is more of a topper color, but it's drying down pretty fast, so that's nice. Oh, so I bought the Charlotte Tilbury Quick and Easy eye kit, but then I wanted a different eye pencil. I bought the one with the rose gold, but then I wanted the bronze too. So I just brought the bronze separate, Golden Glow eyes, just so I could have this shade separate. Let's just put it right here. So this is kind of this coppery shade. That's real pretty. That's what I think I'm going to put on my eyes. So again, you just kind of color it on with like a crayon and soften it with your fingers, or you could use a brush. It dries down pretty fast. So that's real pretty. Okay, some mascara. I've got the Tarte Man-Eater mascara. I've not tried this yet. So this is a tester size. It's a plastic applicator. It's a pretty light coat to start. Let me see. I feel like if I had a big tube of this, it would get really clumpy. Let me know if you've used this. It's just not clumping a lot right now, but it feels like the types that clump. And just the fact that this is the first time I've used it and it's already feeling pretty thick, I think it might be clumpy. Okay, lipsticks, we're almost done. Got a couple of things. I got the Tarte Maracuja. Oh my gosh. It is one of those super glossy, it reminds me of the Mario gloss bombs, but look what I did. I just totally messed it up. It's really soft. Yeah, it smells like a crayon. All right, love the color. Like the gloss texture, but I don't think that you always need to put a gloss in a balm. Nothing wrong with keeping a gloss in a gloss. All right, what else did I get? I got another Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in Runway Royalty and is another nudish color. Kind of a peachy pink nude. That's real pretty. Runway Royalty. And then I've got some from Natasha Denona. This is from the I Need a Rose. Is that what it's called? I Need a Rose lip color. So I got the lip crayon and the lipstick in Calla, which is a little bit more muted. And then I picked up the gloss in Daphne, which was a little more plummy. Can you see that? But I really like them all stacked on top of each other. And then finally, to finish everything off, I have two finishing powders. First, I have the RCMA Original No Color Powder. I know Wayne Goss came out with his powder, which I love. I love my weightless powder. Don't need to talk about it again. But he's talked about this one in so many of his old videos, and it's very inexpensive. It's $15, $14 for this huge jar. It is a very finely milled, mattifying finishing powder. So I think it's really great without changing the color of your foundations or anything like that for just knocking out some shine. And then also we have, of course, the Transforming Skin Perfector from Makeup by Mario, which is what I'm going to put on first. I think I'm going to use both of them. I'll use this in the T-zone to kind of take out just a little bit of that shine here. But I'm going to put this over the face because it's kind of luminous. And I'm just going to use a big powder brush. And you just kind of, this is the medium. It's got like a bronzer, a highlighter, and a finishing powder all in one. Just going to make it nice all over blurring look. So that is really pretty. I've also used just the highlighter on my lids and just the bronzer as a transition color, and that was really pretty too for kind of a nude monochromatic eyeshadow look. So this is a really interesting product, I think, that you could get a lot of use out of. All right, now I'm going to take just a little bit of the RCMA. It does have just a real small lid, so I can't get my big brushes in here as well. And we'll start up here because it's a little shiny. There. And this is really mattifying, so I'm not going to put it over the whole face. It is a beautiful, beautiful setting finishing powder also. Okay, so this is the final look. Kind of my standard, very natural nude final look using different products this time. So let me know if anything that you saw today interests you. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.